Hello, everyone. Welcome back to an episode of Between the Bases. My name's NOKE. His name's Mo. The offseason's here. We saw a great season, not by our Yankees, unfortunately. Let's go 2024. But today we're here to see where the top 10 MLB free agents will go this year. Mo, how you feeling today?
Feeling great, Noah. How are you?
Okay, so let's start off with Kevin Kiermaier. Where do you think he'll end up?
Wait, hold up. How is Cody Kiermaier top 10 free agent?
Oh, it's a very weak free agent class this year.
I knew it was weak. I didn't know it was that weak. Like Kevin, okay. I see him coming to the Yankees. It's just
Yeah, yes, I do.
they could go get Cody Bellinger, go get a big bat, or they could go settle for somebody who's cheap. And that's what they're gonna do. We all see it happening. Kevin Kiermaier will be a Yankee next year.
I think the Yankees, they claim they're making big moves this offseason. I do think they're getting Juan
They're gonna
Soto.
go sign a big pitcher. They'll sign
I,
a
I
big
I
pitcher.
think
That's
I
it.
think they're getting Juan Soto,
We don't
which
need
is
that.
well we won't talk about, but they're gonna get Juan Soto. Cody Bellinger we'll talk about later, but I think Kevin Kiermaier as a lefty bat would fit in well in Yankee Stadium. I think he's tortured the Yankees. Let's go get someone that tortures the Yankees so he could be on us, and then he's gonna be horrible, just like the Yankee way. I'm
Exactly.
convinced if we trade Nathan Eovaldi for Carlos Rodon, I'm convinced Carlos Rodon would have a 0.1 ERA and Nathan Eovaldi would have an ERA north of 10. Okay, I'm convinced. Next free agent, we got World Series champion himself, Jordan Montgomery.
Monty. He's gonna resign. Texas can't let him go. He was their biggest pitcher during this whole playoff run. I mean, obviously there'll be some teams that want him. He's gonna get a bag this summer, this offseason. So Jameson Tyone, who was even worse than Jordan Montgomery, he got paid a ton of money, 4 year, 68 million. So I think the way Jordan Montgomery pitched this playoffs and how he pitched the whole year, he's gonna get a lot of money. And I don't see that the Rangers can't let him go. Where you
Uh,
see him going?
to make things interesting, I won't do anybody re-signing, but I'll put Jordan Montgomery with the Dodgers. We're not going to talk about Clayton Kershaw because we don't know if he's retiring or not. But I think Jordan Montgomery is a good fit on the Dodgers. We saw the Dodgers in the playoffs. They had no experienced pitchers. Clayton Kershaw, kind of unfolded, but they had no pitchers that actually played well against the Diamondbacks, and that's what ultimately made them fall in the playoffs. So I think they got to go out there and get a pitcher. I think Jordan Montgomery is a Los Angeles Dodger. Our next free agent on this list, Lucas Giolito.
Lucas Giolito again. How is he top 10? He's been horrible, horrible. He's trash. I don't even know if he's like what team's gonna get him. It's gonna be a bad team. It's like hard to predict. He's gonna sign with the Kansas City Royals. Kansas City
I think he's.
Royals. It's gonna
I
be
think.
it's
I
gonna
think
be
the
like
Detroit
a prove
Tigers.
it deal. The Royals are gonna sign him if he finds it again, which I don't see happening. Then they can trade him away for good prospects at the deadline. He's not gonna be signed by a good team. There's just no value in signing him. The only team
I
that
think,
will have value in signing is a horrible team like the Royals.
or a team like the Detroit Tigers who are looking to not contend
Yeah, that
next year
too.
but make the playoffs in the AL Central. I think they got some young pitchers there, and they need a veteran pitcher to step up this year. And I think Lucas Giolito will be a
He's
Detroit
not gonna
Tiger.
step up, but okay.
Our next pitcher is a Detroit Tiger currently, but won't be next year. Eduardo Rodriguez.
Erod. All right. I'm just gonna make it interesting with this pick. He's gonna come to the Dodgers after that whole thing last year. We know the Dodgers like his stuff. I think he didn't want to move during the season. It's a lot of stuff. He vetoed the trade. Not whatever it's called. He waived his no trade clause. No, he didn't waive his no trade clause. That's what it's called. Um, and when Dodgers like his stuff, I can see that happening. Where you see him going?
I see him going to the New York Mets. He doesn't want to go to the West Coast. I think that's part of why he rejected the Dodgers. And the Mets are going to go spend money this year. Obviously, they had a very depressing year this year for a Mets fan, as every year is a depressing year, but this year was even more of a depressing year. And I think they got to go out there and get more pitching. So I think Erod is a New York Met. Our next team, Blake Snell, Cy Young winner
Blake
from the NL,
Snell.
baby.
That's a tough one right there. That's a really tough one because there's gonna be a lot of teams that want Blake Snell. The Padres they can't afford to pay another guy. We saw they took out a big loan because they can't play other players. Again, the Dodgers can't get Erod. Blake Snell is a guy they could go after, but he's not gonna go to the Dodgers. He's coming to the Yankees. He's coming to Bronx. Lefty Yankee Stadium. That can work well, even for a pitcher. Yankees need a starting pitcher. I think he fit perfectly in the Bronx.
Listen, where I want him to go, I want him to go to Arizona. I want him to join the Diamondbacks. You know, they're going to be a fun team next year after losing the World Series. He'd be a great piece
Nah,
for the Diamondbacks. I just don't see it happening. I don't see the Diamondbacks spending that type of money. Even if Blake Snell does win Cy Young this year, which I'm sure he will, I think he's going to go to the
no.
Phillies. What?
Diamondbacks aren't going to make the playoffs next year. No hot take. Not
Bold
happening.
call.
They won 84 games this year. They got hot at the right time. They're not making the playoffs next year.
Okay, well, anyways, I see Blake Snell going to the Phillies. I see him a great fit. We don't know about Aaron Nola. We'll talk about that later in the video. But Zack Wheeler, true number one, if they get Blake Snell, who, again, probably going to win Cy Young this year, I think that makes them even more of a World Series contender. And we know they're a team that likes to spend money. So they didn't really have a number three. So if they do re-sign Aaron Nola, then even if they don't, Blake Snell's a great fit for them. Here we go. I just talked about him. Aaron Nola, where do you see him going?
Aaron, this is very weak. Like, there's like no hitters in this class. It's
Got a
gonna be
big one
very
coming
tough.
up.
Like, I don't know what kind of moves the Yankees are supposed to do, really, besides trading for Juan Soto if they really want to make themselves better. So, Aaron Nola. Do I say resign? I don't. I know you want to make it interesting, so I won't. Just don't know where else really he could go.
What about
San
the
Francisco
Diamondbacks?
Giants. San Francisco Giants. They've been willing to pay money to a lot of guys. They need pitching. He could work perfectly there. Could see that happening.
Okay, I mentioned it before. The Arizona Diamondbacks need pitching. Fun guy, veteran guy. They got some young pitchers: Merrill Kelly, Zach Allen, Brendan Pfaadt pitched well this year. I think Aaron Nola will be an
Brandon
Arizona
Pfaadt did
Diamondback.
not pitch well this year. He pitched well in the
In the
playoffs. He did
playoffs. In
not
the
pitch well
playoffs, he
this year.
pitched well, and he's going to be a big time prospect. So watch out. Our next player is a hitter. Plays for the Toronto Blue Jays currently. Third baseman Matt Chapman.
Oh, Matt Chapman. I'm interested. First of all, I'm interested to see what his value will be this year because he's very, very, very inconsistent.
He started his April was like the best. He was the best
Matt
player in April.
Chapman. He was the best player in April. That's what I'm saying. He was so high, and then he just fell off a cliff. Like it's one of like I don't know. Nobody saw that coming.
Where do you think
Nobody
he's
did.
going?
Everybody said made adjustments this way to go up more. Where I see him going, right? That's what we're talking about. He will be going.
I
He's
got a
gonna
destination.
resign.
I
Gonna
got a
resign.
destination. As
Where
much as
you
I
going?
want to,
Tell me where you got. I don't see
as
him
much
going
as I
anywhere.
want to say he's going to go to the
We all know
Yankees,
he's gonna resign.
as much as
He's
I
not going to
wanted
the
to say
Yankees.
he's
It's
going to
not
go to the
happening.
Yankees,
That's a bad move. The Yankees try to sign him.
can't even speak anymore.
It's a bad
I
move.
think he's going to be Los Angeles Dodgers. They're going to spend money, going to get knocked out in 3 games this year. They're going to spend their money and they're going to get Matt Chapman.
I don't think that's a good fit. I don't think that's a good way to spend money.
Our next player,
He's not that guy.
is another hitter, lefty hitter Cody Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger. I really want to say Yankees. I just
really
don't know if
want
the
to say
Yankees will
Yankees
be
too.
like Yankees. He's coming to the Bronx.
Yeah, obviously he's coming to the Bronx.
It's such a good fit. I just don't know if Cashman will be willing to pay him big numbers.
I think they will. I think the captain, Judge, going out there and saying those things that they got to spend money. I think Cody Bellinger's a New York Yankee. Come April. Let's go in the Bronx. Let's go.
The
Cody
one
Bellinger,
concern I
Kevin
have with
Kiermaier, Juan Soto.
there's one concern I have with Cody Bellinger though. It's he struggled with like how fans like when they got mad at him, like when they
Great
got
call.
like
Great call.
disappointed him in LA, like he couldn't handle it. I don't know if you want to take a risk. I think got a long-term deal in the Bronx if he's had like issues like mentally being able to like be able like handle those fans that boo you because that's gonna happen in the Bronx. Everybody's gonna struggle. It's just like Donaldson couldn't do it.
That's a great
All
take.
these guys, Gallo couldn't do it. Hicks couldn't do
I
it. Like
think you just made me change my decision. I think he's gonna go to San Francisco and be San Francisco Giant.
San Francisco.
Looking for that
No.
big bat. Cody Bellinger could be that big bat.
Oh, Kobe Bellinger. Kobe Bellinger is gonna go to the Giants.
This next person will be a New York Yankee, and I'm confident in saying he'll be a New York Yankee. That I'm saying that before I say his name.
Yamamoto.
Yamamoto.
No, I don't want him. I don't want him. It's gonna be Boston Red Sox. I don't want him in the Yankees. Listen, let me tell you why. This postseason in Japan, he was horrible, horrible. Like a few nights ago, first game of the World Series in Japan, give up 7 runs in 5 innings. I don't want that. You can't pitch in big games. I don't. What does it matter to me that you won the Cy Young in the regular season? It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Like if the Yankees sign him, I know the fans want him. Whatever. They don't need pitching, first of all, and second of all, like what are we playing for? Are we playing for regular season wins? It's not what fans want. That shouldn't be what ownership wants. I don't want him in the Yankees. He's going to Boston Red Sox. They've signed big Japanese pitchers before. They'll be willing to pay a lot of money for him. They need pitching. They're young. It's a good fit there.
Listen, you don't see Brian Cashman traveling across the country to go see one player. And he
Okay,
didn't
but
just go fly across country to see this one player. He saw him throw a no-hitter. I think
in the
Yamamoto
regular
is a Yankee.
season,
Whether you want him to be a Yankee or not, he is a New York Yankee come April.
he's not like Tanaka. Tanaka was clutch. He's not. That's all I'm going to say.
Our last player on this list. Probably the best player ever to hit free agency. I know he's hurt, but here we go. Shohei
This is tough. I
Otani.
totally forgot about him. Shohei Otani. Okay. It's between two teams for me. It's the Mets and it's the Dodgers. The Angels could still make a move for him. I just don't think he'd really want to return if he wants to win. If he doesn't want to win, then he could go back to LA for the Angels. It's between the Mets and the Dodgers for me. I'm gonna say Dodgers because the Mets during this trade deadline, that thing from Scherzer came out how the Mets said they're focusing on 25, not 24. They're gonna spend big in the 25 class, not the 24 class. That's why I don't see him coming to the Mets. Even though the Mets, if he doesn't go to the Dodgers, he'll probably go to the Mets. But I see him going to the Dodgers. What about you?
He's going back to Japan. I'm just joking. Realistically, I think he's going to go back to an American team. I said that earlier, to get some clicks. I think Shohei Otani, as we lost Mo, I think Shohei Otani will be surprise pick here, a San Francisco Giant come opening day. I think we've seen it. They lost out on Judge. They lost out on Correa. They settled for Mitch Haniger. And I mentioned before about them that they're going to get Cody Bellinger. I think they also get Shohei Otani. And the surprise move.
What team did you say? Giants?
The San Francisco Giants.
No, they're not going to get Shohei Otani. They're going to get, Shohei Otani.
Okay, and this one is not a free agent, but he's a trade. This one's not a free agent, but he's a trade partner. Juan Soto.
I don't even know. This is so tough. I know, I really want to go to the Yankees, but do they have the prospects? That's the one thing. Do they have
the prospects?
Do they have them?
They have the prospects.
That's the one thing. Are they willing to part ways with that? Are they willing to part ways with Dominguez? That they might have to part ways with Dominguez.
They're not parting ways with Dominguez.
I don't even know if I'm willing to do that. If I'm the Padres and I get on the phone, I say I want Dominguez in this trade. If I'm not getting Dominguez, I don't want to do it. I could get better prospects for somewhere else. That's the truth of it.
What do you think if he does go to the
people, Bleacher Report, ESPN, they don't know anything about baseball. The Padres, they're going to give up Juan Soto. They need to give up. The Yankees, they need a top guy. They need a guy and that's Jason Dominguez from the Yankees. So I can say Drew Thorpe. He pitched great this year. Stuff isn't that good. He has good command. That's it.
If the Yankees do get Juan Soto, who do you think's in a package for him?
In a package for him. I won't talk about Jason Dominguez just to whatever for you. Spencer Jones.
Okay.
Everson Pereira.
Okay.
And Drew Thorpe.
Way more. I think I agree with this. I agree with three guys you said. I think Oswald Perez is in that trade, and I think they trade either Nestor or Gleyber.
Actually, no. Let me add one more guy. Trey Sweeney.
I don't think they add Trey Sweeney. I think they add Nestor or Gleyber. I think realistically it's Nestor, and I think they extend Gleyber this offseason.
You see them giving him? Okay, I could see that happening too. They want some major league ready guys, but I don't know. We don't know what they want. I guess they probably would want.
Okay, guys, thank you for staying with us through the MLB season. It was a long season. We put out some great content out there starting in April.
Amazing content.
Can't wait to see you guys in 2024. The off season's here. We got some more fire off season episodes coming up, and we'll see you guys later.
No, freestyle.
Yo, if you guys know Lil DLC, fire rapper out there, He's gaining. He's like 200 something subscribers.
Interview coming. We're gonna get him off for interview.
Interview coming.
It's gonna
He's gonna be
happen.
big one day. I got a rap for you, little DLC. Little DLC, you look like you're 3. You will never be better than me. Don't be mad, cause you're just bad. Between the bases, out. We'll see you guys later.